This is the news in summary with me, Aisato Mane. The newly refurbished Armed Forces Training School has been inaugurated by the Vice President and Women's Affairs Minister. The refurbishment was paid for by the government of Taiwan to the tune of over $113,000. The edifice is expected to contribute to ongoing efforts to ensure a more professional army. 2 more aircraft carrying Gambian pilgrims arrived in the Gambia over the past 48 hours. The over 300 Alhajis and Ajaratus were received by family and happy relatives after successfully performing Islam's fifth pillar, the Hajj. The Independent Electoral Commission will conduct a National Assembly by-election for Fonyi Jarol constituency in the West Coast region on Thursday, 9 January 2014, in accordance with Sections 91 subsection 1D and subsection 3 of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia. A news release from Election House states that the said by-election is necessitated by the expulsion of Honorable Boli LSP Koli, the erstwhile National Assembly member of the said constituency, from the APRC party, under whose ticket he was elected to the National Assembly. The IEC was formally informed of the said vacancy by the clerk of the National Assembly, it concludes. Representatives of institutions with a stake in youth empowerment through employment recently gathered under the auspices of the National Enterprise Development Initiative to validate a consultancy study on the feasibility and viability of a proposed juice processing plant and an incubation center. The proposed projects were conceived by the National Enterprise Development Initiative. As a result of somewhat unseasonal downpours being experienced in some parts of the country, the Department of Agriculture is urging affected farmers to spread and dry all harvested cereal stock in the open. A news release from the said department states that similarly, groundnuts harvested and stock or heaped should also be spread under the sun for thorough drying, thus minimizing the risk of aflatoxin infection. Lawmakers recently secluded themselves on Kunta Ikinte Island to prepare for the annual scrutiny of the activity reports, financial statements and audited accounts of public enterprises and government agencies. But despite their tight schedule, the deputies found time to visit what could be best described as one of the most noticeable relics of the infamous trade in humans, or the transatlantic slave trade. Key stakeholders on Wednesday convened for a consultancy meeting on proposed European Union response for the programming of the 11th European Development Fund for 2014-2020. The high-level meeting focused on agriculture and governance of the road transport sector. And in other news, residents in some areas in southeastern Australia scorched by massive bushfires are returning home. But fire officials say the fight is far from over. Firefighters have been trying to bring the bushfires under control for a week now. Many horrifying stories have emerged from the civil war in Syria, but new claims by a British doctor are particularly shocking. He says snipers are targeting pregnant women and children who are top of their list. A suspected Al-Qaeda operative was back in court in New York on Tuesday. A lawyer for Abu Anas al-Libi told the judge he would need at least 6 months to prepare his defense. It could be recalled that al-Libi was captured in Tripoli earlier this month by an elite U.S. Army team. He is accused of involving in the 1998 U.S. embassy bombings in Kenya and Tanzania, but his wife has told CNN that he left Al-Qaeda 2 years before the attacks. That's all in this edition of the News in Summary, which also signals the end of this morning's transmission. Thanks for the pleasure of your company. Have a pleasant morning.